Hi everyone, it's the 4th of July. I wanted to do this look, and I also wanted to do a list of the top 10 best books by American authors and have you guess them by their first line. Do you think you can do it? Let me know in the comments how many you get right. And also let me know if you like this because I might turn it into a series. All right, let's get into it. Here's number 1, and there's a name in it, so I'm not going to say the name. Blank was not beautiful, but men seldom realized it when caught by her charm as the Tarleton twins were. I've actually never read this book. I tried, but I wasn't interested, and I've seen the movie and it gets a big fat meh for me. It is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. Number 9. The village of Holcomb stands on the high wheat plains of western Kansas, a lonesome area that other Kansans call Out There. I have both read this book and seen the movie. Both are fantastic. It's In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. Can't read these and do eyeliner. Okay, number 8. A throng of bearded men in sad-colored garments and gray steeple-crowned hats, intermixed with women, some wearing hoods and others bareheaded, was assembled in front of a wooden edifice, the door of which was heavily timbered with oak and studded with iron spikes. Ooh. We all read this in high school, and to be honest, high school is where I prefer to leave it. Yes, it's The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Number 7. A few miles south of Soledad, the Salinas River drops in close to the hillside bank and runs deep and green. I have not read this book, but I have seen the play with James Franco, and it was really good. It is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Number 6 is pretty easy. It Was a Pleasure to Burn. I have read this book and am a huge fan of the writer and actually prefer his other books to this one, but it is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Okay, number 5. To the red country and part of the gray country of Oklahoma, the last rains came gently, and they did not cut the scarred earth. I have not read this book or watched any movie version of it, but I have seen the episode of South Park that is based on it. It is The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. All right, number 4. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like and how my parents were occupied and all before they had me and all that David Copperfield kind of crap, but I don't feel like going into it. I have read this, of course. I have never really understood the lasting power of it. Of course, that is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Okay, number 3. Number 3 also has a name in it that I'm going to cut out. You don't know about me without you have read a book by the name of The Adventures of Blank, but that ain't no matter. I forgot to give the answer to this one when I made this video before. I was in another world. We all read this book in high school. You can probably guess what it is. It's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. People feel how they feel about this book. I'm not a huge fan. I think it has a huge cop-out at the end with bringing Tom Sawyer back. Meh. But one of my favorite books of all time is by Mark Twain, The Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. So if you're going to read him, read that one. Okay, number 2. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since. I've read this book, seen multiple versions of the movie. Not a huge fan. It's The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. All right, and number 1 also has a name in it, so I'm going to cut it out. When he was nearly 13, my brother Blank got his arm badly broken at the elbow. This is the only book on this list that's actually on my favorite books of all time list, and also my favorite movies of all time list. It's To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. All right, and that's the look. How many did you get right? Also, do you agree with this list that these are the top 10 best American books of all time? I don't know, but happy birthday, America, and I will see you next time. Bye.